Hello students, welcome back to today's class on playing with numbers, and in today's class we'll be having some practice session. We'll try to discuss some questions based on all the topics that we have learned till now. Right? My name is Avinash and I'm a graduate from IIT Kharagpur. Let's start today's session. So what is the first question we are going to discuss today is identify the twin primes among the numbers in between 25 to 35. Twin primes, what do you mean by twin primes? Twin primes are the numbers which are separated by 2, which have a difference of 2. 3 and 5, which has a difference of 2. These two are prime numbers and the difference is 2. They are twin primes. 5 and 7, twin primes. 7 and 9 are not twin primes. Why? Because number 9 is not a prime number. 11 and 13 are prime number, are co-prime, twin primes. These are twin primes. These are twin primes. So the first option is 27 and 29. 27 is not a prime number. It is a 3 into 3 into 3. 9 into 3. So first option is wrong. 33. No, it is 11 into 3. It is not a prime number. Next, 29 and 31, 35 and 37. 35. 35 is a 5 into 7. 5 into 7. So it is not a prime number. So we'll have to see where 29 and 31 both are prime numbers and the difference is 2. And the difference is 2. So we can say that these two are twin primes. These two are twin primes, right? So let's move forward for the next one. Identify the whole number that does not have 8 as a factor. So please try to do it quickly. Identify the whole number that does not have 8 as a factor. 8. So if you carefully observe, I can see the last option 8 will not come under multiple of 28 will not come under multiple of 8. Okay, we know 8 3s are 24 and 8 into 4 is 32. 8 3s and 8 4 is 32. So we don't have 28 as a multiple of 8. You can check the remaining things. 72 is 8 into 9. 64 is 8 into 8. 20 is 8 into 15, I guess so, but just please cross check all this. So 28 will not be a multiple of 8 or 28 will not have 8 as a factor. 28 will not have 8 as a factor, right? So let's move forward. Which of the following number is not a factor of 56? Not a factor of 56. 56, 1 into 56, 2 into 28. With 3 we cannot. With 4, 4 into 19 if I'm not wrong. No, not 19. 14. 4 into 14. Okay, 4 into 14. And we have 7 into 8. Right? So all these are factors of 56. So now tell me which is not 6. Okay, 4 into 14 is there. 7 into 8, 8 into 7. But 6 is not a factor. 6 is not a factor of 56. Right? So the next question. Which of the following statement is not true? The question is which is not true. Any number can have infinite number of multiples. Is that correct? Any number can have infinite number of multiples. I'll take a small number 10. We have multiples of 1, 2 and 5. Is that correct? No, these are factors. 1, 2 and 5 are called factors. But what are multiples? For a number 10, 10 into 1 is a multiple 10. 10 into 2 will get 20 is a multiple. Into 3, that is a multiple. Into 4, into 5, into 6, into 7, into 100, into 1000. So we get infinite number of multiples. For every number we have infinite number of multiples. Option A is correct. But the point is which is not true. The next one. Any number can have finite number of factors. The second one. Any number can have finite number of factors. Is that correct? Any number can have finite number of factors. Yes, we have. Okay. Finite number means we can specify the number of factors. For example, I go for 10, I have 3. So it is a finite number of factors. We cannot have infinite number of factors. Okay. So even this is correct. Twin primes are a pair of primes which differ by 2. Correct. Twin primes are a pair of primes which differ by 2. It is correct. Last one. all prime numbers are odd numbers. Is that correct? No. Number 2, with the very first even prime, that is the only even prime we are having. So the last one is not correct. So option D is the correct answer because it is given not true. Right? Option D is the correct answer. Moving forward, identify the number which completely divides 4 to 18. Identify the number which completely divides 4 to 1. That means simply we need to find the factors of 4 to 18. We need to find the factors of 4 to 18, right? So, as it is an even number, yes, the 2 is a factor. Let's try to add all the digits. Divisibility for 3, you know that. 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 8, 15. 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 1, 7 plus 8, 15. Yes, it is a multiple of 3, so 2, 3 is also factor. Okay, next. So, it is a multiple of 2, it is a multiple of 3, so definitely it is a multiple of 6. As 2 and 3 are prime numbers, we can say even 6 is also a prime factor of that. Okay. So 2, 3, 6. What about 7? Just let's try to verify with 7. 7, 6 are 42. 0, and then we are left with 18. In 7 multiple, we don't have 18. So 7 cannot come. So 2, 3, 6 can come. That is option D. 2, 3, 6 can come. That is option D. Alright. So let's move forward to the next question. Which of the following is the smallest prime number? Which of the following is the smallest prime number? So 1, if you go for 1, it is not the smallest prime number. It is neither prime nor composite. And 4, you know, it is a composite number. It is a composite number. We need prime numbers. So between 2 and 3, both are prime numbers. Both are prime numbers. But the point is, out of these two, the smallest number is 2. Smallest number is 2. So 2 is the smallest prime number among the given coefficients, among the given options. Right. So let's move forward to the next one. Identify the first 5 multiples of 7. Multiples of 7. 7 into 1 is 7. Multiple of 7. 7 2s are 14. 7 3s are 21. 7 4s are 28 and 7 5s are 35. So which option is that? 7, 14, 21, 28 and 35. Option B is the correct answer. In the 7 multiples, we don't get 1. 7 to 1 is 7. We don't get 1. Correct? Right? So we don't get 5. These are the multiples of 5. We need multiples of 7. These are multiples of 5. Right? So that way you can say that option B is the correct answer. Next one. A number which is divisible by 9 is also divisible by. So please carefully do that. What is a divisibility rule of 9? That means the sum of the digits should be a multiple of 9. Sum of the digits should be divisible by 9. So when that sum of the digits is divisible by 9, definitely it is also divisible by 3. Okay. For example, you take 9 multiple 18. 18 is divisible by 3. 9 3 is 27, divisible by 3. 9 4 is 36, it is divisible by 3. So any 9 multiple will always be a multiple of 3 also. So it is also divisible by 3. A number which is divisible by 9 is also divisible by 3. Correct? Next one. Say true or false. The number 3165 is divisible by 9. So what is the divisibility rule of 9? The sum of the digits should be equal to 9. Okay. So 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. Once again, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 plus 5, 10 plus 5 is 15, which is not a multiple of 9. So we can say that the given statement is false. The given statement is false. Okay. So next one. If 4, 8, 6, star 7 is divisible by 9, the least value of star is 4, 8, 6 and some number with 7. The point is, you need to add all this 4, 8, 6 and some number with 7 divisible by 9. So the number, all the digits should be a multiple of 9. All the sum, the complete sum of all the digits. 4 plus 8 is 12, 12 plus 6 is 18, 18 plus 7 is 25, 25 plus which number will give you a multiple of 9? Will give you a multiple of 9. So 25 plus 2 will give you 27. 25 plus 2 will give you 27. Okay. So that least number possible is 2. Least number possible is 2. Clear? So moving ahead. If a number is divisible by 5, then which of the following can be its ones digit? If a number is divisible by 5, then which of the following can be its ones digit? Okay, carefully see here. Number is divisible by 5. For example, 5 into 1 is 5. 5 into 2 is 10. So unit digits can be 5 or 0. 5 into 3 is 15. Then 20. Then 25. Then 30. So the only possible cases for the units digit, if a number is divisible by 5, is 0 or 5. Is 0 or 5. So this is option D. We don't have 0 in the options. So the answer is 5. Right? So the next one. If the division of n by 5 leaves a remainder 4. When we are dividing 5, we should leave a remainder 4. What might be the ones digit? What might be the ones digit? So let's go for 4. We can say 14, let's say. 14 if you divide with 5, 5 2s are 10 and we are left with 4. Yes, we have the remainder 4. Let's take with 9, 19. So 19, 5 1s and 5 3s, 15. And again we are left with 4. We are getting the remainder 4. So 4 and 9 are correct. So the answer is 4 or 9. The answer is 4 or 9. Correct? Here's the question. So the next one. Which of the following numbers is not divisible by 3? I told you for the divisibility of 3, the sum of all the digits in the given number should be a multiple of 3. The sum of all the digits should be a multiple of 3. Okay. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 7 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 9 plus 3 is 12. Once again, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 7 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12, which is a multiple of 3, which is divisible by 3. But the question is, which is not divisible by 3. 3, 4, 5, 5 plus 9, 14, 14 plus 7, 15, 15 by 3, it is divisible. 3 plus 9, 12, 12 plus 2, 14, 14 is not divisible by 3. 6 plus 0 is 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 8 is 18, 18 is divisible by 3. So correct option which is not divisible by 3 is 3902, option C. 3902, option C, correct? Alright, so let's move forward for the next one. Which of the following numbers is not divisible by 4? What is the property behind 4 for the number divisible by 4? I told you that the last 2 digits should be a multiple of 4. The last 2 digits should be a multiple of 4. So 84, it is a multiple of 4. 4 into 21 is 84. Which of the following numbers is not? 16, it is divisible 4 into 4. 28 is divisible 4 into 7. 0, 1 is not divisible. So option D is the correct answer, which is not divisible. The remaining 3 are correct. Right. The next question. Which of the following numbers is not divisible by 10? It's very simple. For the 10, the last ending digit or the units digit should be 0. It is 0, it is 0, it is 0, it is 5. So the option is A. This is not divisible by 10. Correct. Let's move for the next question. Which of the following numbers is divisible by 9? Again, the 9. 9 means sum of the digits should be a multiple of 9. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 8, 3 plus 8 is 11, 11 plus 4 is 15. Yes, it is. The question is divisible by 9. 15 is not divisible by 9. 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 1, 9. Yes, 9 is divisible by 9. Remaining options also. 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 8, 17, which is not. 7 plus 3, 10, 10 plus 1, 11, which is not, again a multiple of 9. So 3, 5, 1, 0, the sum is 9, which is exactly divisible by 9. Right, so that is how these two questions can be solved. What is the next one? Is 559 divisible by 10? 559 divisible by 10. I told you for the number 10, the only thing you can remember is the ending digits or the units digit should be 0. Units digit should be 0. So this is not 0. So it is no. This is not a divisible by 10. Okay, 559 is not a divisible, it's not divisible by 10. Right. Next one. Is 7217 divisible by 8? To check for 8, the point is it should be a multiple of 8, the last 3 digits. But before that, it is very easy to say that 8 has, it is an even number, right? So 8 into 1 is 8, even number. 8 into 2 is 16, even number. 8 3 is 24, even number. 8 4 is 32, even. So all the multiples of 8 will be even numbers. All the multiples of 8 will be even numbers, but here 7217 is not an even number, so definitely it is not a multiple of 8. It is not divisible by 8, so no. Answer is no. Right. So the next one is 577 divisible by 6. Again, it is an even number. You check 1, 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24, then 30, 36, whatever the numbers are. As this is an even number, all the multiples will also definitely be an even number. 577 is not an even number. So is it divisible? No, it is not divisible by 6. It is not divisible by 6. Right? Next question. This is very simple, just straightforward. You can do it very fast. Is 459 divisible by 9? Once again, 9. 9 means the sum of the digits should be divisible by 9. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. Yes, 18 is divisible by 9. 18 is divisible by 9. So yes, we can say that it is correct. Okay, so what is the next one we're going to do? Is 3813 divisible by 4? For the divisibility by 4, we need to check the last 2 digits. For the divisibility by 4, we need to check the last 2 digits. 13 is not a multiple of 4. It's not divisible by 4. 13 is not divisible by 4. We cannot do that. So, answer is no. 3813 is not divisible by 4. Right. So the next one. So that's all for today's class. We have discussed a lot many questions, many divisibility rules of all the numbers. Once again, let me recall all the divisibility rules for you here. Okay, the number divisibility by 2 should have 0 or 2 4 6 8 in the units digit. 0 2 4 6 8 in the units digit, or simply it should be an even number. It should be an even number. Number 3, sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. Sum of digits should be divisible by 3. For the last 2 digits, should be divisible by 4. 5, the last digit should be 0 or 5. For the number 5, the last digit should be 0 or 5. For number 6, it should be an even, and 2 and 3 should be satisfied. 2 and 3 should be satisfied. Okay, have 8 last 3 digits. Last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. 9, sum should be divisible by 9. And 10, the last digit should be 0. 0 in the units place. And for the number 11, sum of all the odd digit places, odd digits, okay, should be equal to even digits. Even means odd places should be equal to even places. Odd places numbers, the sum, and even places sum should be equal. Right, so that's all for today's class on a practice session of playing with numbers. In the coming class, we're going to discuss more topics and more interesting questions like this. Right, stay tuned to get the next lecture. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So today we'll be learning about measurement of length, that is how to measure length of lines. Right? My name is Shishin Reddy. I'm a graduate from IIT Dhanbad. Let's go into the class. Right, obviously if I ask you how do you measure length of a straight line, what will you tell? Sir, use a scale. Right, and that's what we'll be learning, how to properly use a scale. And what is scale called as? I mean, the proper name of a scale is ruler. The proper name of a scale is what? Ruler. Okay, so this is ruler and we use ruler. Ruler can be used to measure length of straight lines in everyday life. Now if I ask you what is the length or what are the readings on a scale, you will tell sir from 0 to what? Here it is 12, but 0 to 15 short scale and 0 to 30, yes or no? You have two different type of scales. One is a short scale, the other is a long scale. Short scale will have from 0 to 15, long scale will have from 0 to 30. These are the two scales that we use in our everyday life. Like basically for drawing lines in our books and all. Yes? Okay. So what we will learn is how to use this scale to measure length. Okay. Now if I ask you this, is there anything else that we use to measure length? Have you noticed anything else except for a scale or except for a ruler? Yeah? Measuring tape. Basically a tailor. A tailor uses a measuring tape to measure length. Right? It can be used to measure waist size, to measure the length of the arm. Right? And what is the advantage of the measuring tape? Many advantages. One advantage, it is long enough. Then it can bend so that they can measure the waist size. Right? Yes or no? So that way measuring tape has its own advantages. So we can use a ruler or a measuring tape to measure the length of lines. The lines can be straight lines or curved lines like waist. Your waist is not straight, it is curved. And we use a measuring tape to measure the waist size. Right, so measuring tapes or measuring tape can be used to measure the length of what? Length of curved surfaces. Curved lines like the size of waist, like the waist size. Now one more common use of the measuring tape. What is that? It is used to measure the length of room. The dimensions of a room, the length, the breadth, the height, everything, right? So it can also be used to measure the length of longer lines like the length of a room. So that's what we use a measuring tape for. These are two common things, right? One is a scale, the other is a measuring tape. Now using this, particularly using a ruler, how do we measure the length of a straight line, the length of a curved line, the thickness of a coin? All of that we will learn. So let's go into that. Let's go into measurement of length of a straight line. So let's say you have a straight line. I'll call one end as A, the other end as B, and as you can clearly see, this blue line is straight. So it's a straight line. Now we have to measure the length of this straight line using a ruler. So what is the proper procedure? First thing is, we have to place the ruler in such a way that one end is A. You can take it as B also, it won't be an issue. One end should coincide with the 0 mark. This blue dotted line will mean it is coinciding. So one end should coincide with the 0 mark and the reading at the other end. Whatever reading you get the other end, that will be what? That will be the length of the line. So here the reading is 0 and whatever reading you get here. Now there is one interesting thing. Sir, it is between 11 and 12. If I look at this line, dotted line, blue dotted line, which represents the end of the line AB, the end B, it is between 11 and 12. But still you have readings in between, sir. How do we talk about that? How do we write them down? How do we mention that? I'll show it to you. Before that, just come back to the ruler case. See, between 2 and 3, as we discussed, how many divisions will be there? There are 10 divisions. 10 parts. And each part, if I just highlight this, each small part, what is the length of each small part on a ruler? That is 1 millimeter. That is how much? 1 millimeter. So here if I come back to our case, It is between 11 and 12, that's fine, but here it is coinciding with the 6th mark. That means if I count it clearly, if I just magnify it for you, I'll just write it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, count it. You have to count it properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is coinciding with the 6th marking. So here you had 11. That means if it coincides here, the length will be 11 centimeter, and after 11 centimeter we have how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each part 1 millimeter. 6 parts 6 millimeter. So 11 centimeter and 6 millimeter. 11 centimeter and 6 millimeter. Got it? Yes? Now how do you write this down? Now there's a simple way. Now the length is equal to 11 centimeter plus 6 millimeter. Yes or no? 11 centimeter plus 6 millimeter. But what is 1 millimeter equal to? We discussed this. Remember, what is 1 millimeter equal to in terms of centimeter? Yeah, everyone, I'll give you options. Option A, 10. Option B, 1 by 10. What do you think? 1 millimeter will be equal to 10 or 1 by 10? It is 1 by 10. It is 1 by 10 because what is 1 millimeter? When you divide 1 centimeter into 10 parts. So you divide 1 centimeter into 10 parts. Division, right? This is division. 1 by 10. That's when you get 1 millimeter. So if I use that here, length is equal to 11 centimeter plus, in place of 6 millimeter, what will I write? I'll write it as 6 into 1 millimeter. What will it become? What is 1 millimeter? 1 by 10 centimeter. There you have it. See, both of them are now in centimeters. Both of them are now in centimeters. So you write it as 11 centimeter. Now what is this? 6 into 1 by 10. How much will it be? 6 into 1, 6. So 6 by 10. Okay. Now from here on you can take decimals or fractions. I'll take decimals because they are easy. Yes or no? Right? So I'll just write that down here itself. We got length is equal to 11 centimeter plus 6 by 10 centimeter. Now how do you write 6 divided by 10 as? Anything divided by 10, you can write it in terms of decimals as 0.6. Just shift it 1. Again, let's say, sir, what about 6 by 100? How many zeros do we have? 2 zeros. 100, 2 zeros, right? You're dividing. So what you will do is, from 6 you shift 1 and then you shift again. So here you write 0 and a decimal. That means you will write it as how much? 0.06. 0.06. That's it. If it is 6 by 1000, then it is 0.006. You shifted how many times? 1, 2, 3. Because you have 3 zeros. So that's how you write it. It becomes 11 centimeter plus 0.6 centimeter, 11.6 centimeter. I hope you have learned fractions in maths, fractions and decimals. So if you have learned about decimals, this is very easy. If you haven't learned about decimals, that's also fine because you'll learn it. You can write the answer in this way. Okay, 11 centimeter and 6 millimeter, this is correct. But again, mathematically writing it down, you can do the calculation and you'll get this. Now I'll show you a very simple method, in fact. This is the answer. So here the length is how much? Here the length will be 11.6. Why 11.6? Because here the reading is 0, here the reading is 11.6. So whatever reading you get at the second side, you call it as what? 11.6. That is the length. Simple. Now I'll show you a different method. Not a different method, same method, but a straightforward method as to how to solve it. Okay. This is how your reading, how your scale will look like. Let's take between 6 and 7. And the reading coincides with here. So you take the left reading. What is the left reading here? 6. Then write down 6. Then put a point. We call it as point. A dot. Then count the number. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the number here? 4. So I'll write it as how much? 6.4 centimeter. That's a way of writing it down. That's numbers. We call this as decimals. It will come from fractions. If you haven't learned about it yet, don't worry, I'm explaining it to you now. Just the way of writing it down. In detail, you'll learn later on in maths itself. Now you tell me here, if I take this specific case, what will the reading be? I'll take 10, 11, and the reading coincides with this. So what is the reading now? Everyone tell me, what will this reading be equal to? I need that. Please answer that. Take your time, but please answer that. What will it be? It will be equal to? It will be equal to, here if I count it, it is 10. After that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the left you have 10. So 10. Then you draw what? You draw a point, a dot. Then after that you count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10.5 units centimeter. That's how it's easy it is. 10.5 centimeter. Understood? Okay, so you understood that. Again, if I come back, if I again explain to you how to measure length, you have a straight line. You place the scale in such a way that one end will coincide with 0, and wherever or whatever reading you get at the other end, here we are getting 11.6. So the whatever reading you get at the other end, that will be nothing but length, 11.6 centimeter. Simple. Good? Okay. So all the steps are given here. You can go through them. I'll very quickly read it. Place the ruler along the straight line. Yes. Such that the 0 of the ruler coincides with one end of the ruler. In our example, we have taken it as A. Note the reading of the ruler where that coincides with the other end of the straight line B. This reading will be length of the straight line. Simple. Now, okay, you'll take the reading at the other end. Let's say this is the coincided mark. This is what it's coinciding. Now, from where should I take the reading? From here, from left side, from right side, or directly above? How? From left, from right, or directly above? That is the question. Thing is, how will you take the reading? While looking at the reading, make sure that you are directly above the reading so that there will be no error. There will be no mistake. Understood? So if I look at this example, this question here, who among the three boys is noting the reading properly? We have three cases, A, B and C. Who is noting the reading properly? B. Because here this is coinciding. We need this reading. So B is directly above, whereas A and C are towards left and right, which obviously is wrong. You have to be directly above. Not only for a scale, for any reading on a thermometer, anywhere. If you want to take a reading, you have to be directly above. Good? Okay. Next. Okay. Sir, many times my scale is broken. I have an old scale. I don't have 0 on my scale. 0 on my scale is gone. Eaten away, right? Then how do I use my scale then? How do I use a damaged ruler? See, here there is no 0. It's gone. Then how do I use my scale? That's what we'll learn. Again, it's very simple. Same method. You have a straight line. Place a scale. Now forget about 0. Take any proper reading. See, here it is coinciding with what reading? 2. So here at left end it is coinciding with the marking 2. Then make sure that it coincides with a proper reading. Wherever the reading is clear, there you have to make sure that it coincides. So at the beginning it is no longer 0. No, it is 2 in this case. If you want, you can use 3 also. You can use 4, 5, 1, anything. Whatever is clear. Then the reading at the other end, you have to note it down. And here if you notice that 13, after 13, I'll count it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after 13, so I'll write 13. Then you have 6 readings. So 6 markings. So it will be 13.6 centimeter. See, at one end we are getting 2. At the other end we are getting 13.6. So what is the length? Is it 13.6? No. For length, what you will do is you will subtract them. 13.6 minus 2. You subtract both the readings. 13.6 minus 2. How much is that going to be? 11.6 centimeter. See, we got the same reading, same length again. We got the same length again. Right, so this method is applicable everywhere where you have a damaged ruler. You can use this. Good? Simple. Get the 2 readings at the 2 ends and subtract them. You will get your answer. You will get the length of the line. Good? Okay. So again the steps are given. Look at everything we discussed. You can go through them. Just look at this. Length is equal to reading 2 minus reading 1. That is, you have to subtract the reading at both the ends. Simple. Good? Okay. So a simple question for you. What is the length of the line shown here? What is the length of the line shown here? So please solve it, everyone. What is the length of the line shown here? Solve it. Look at the readings at both the ends. Note down the readings at both the ends. Then you subtract them. That's it. Very simple method. So what is the answer, everyone? Yeah? Let me solve it. So at one end the reading is 1 centimeter. At the other end, I will count it down for you. So after 10, so you write 10 point. Then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10.6. Now some of you, this might not be visible, exactly clearly visible to you. So if you have written it down as 10.5 also, you are correct. Don't worry. You can think yourselves as correct because it might not be clearly visible to you. Understood? Yes? Okay. So now we got the readings on both the sides. We got 1 and 10.6. So is the length 10.6? No. The length will be 10.6 minus what is on this side, on the other side 1. So 10.6 minus 1, it will be 9.6 centimeter. It will be 9.6 centimeter. Understood? Okay. Simple. Right? Okay. Next question. Or next topic. Measurement of length of a curved line. Now until now we have seen a straight line, but how do we measure a curved line? Using a ruler. Measuring tape, you can measure it, you can keep the measuring tape along the curve and you'll get the length easily using a measuring tape. But how do we use a ruler or a scale to measure the length of this curved line? How? Okay. For that, what you will do is, see, look at this blue color line is AB. Then take a thread. You will get a thread easily, yes or no? The thread that you use for a kite, or the thread that you use for stitching clothes, anything, a string or a thread. Take it and place it along the line, right, and mark both the edges. If you are placing it along the line, mark it, on the length, on the string, on the thread, mark both the edges by placing the thread along the line. Thread can bend, so you can easily place it. Yes? Okay. So take a thread and place one end of the thread at one end of the line, say A, you are placing it here. Spread the thread, step 2, spread the thread along the curved line until the other end B. Mark the point on the thread coinciding with B. So 2 points are marked. Understood? Then what will you do? Measure the length of the thread between those two markings. You have marked that A and B. So what you will do is you make the thread straight now. You make the thread straight and what? And measure the length. See, we have made the thread straight. We have made the thread straight, and then we are measuring its length using a line, using a scale, using a ruler. Right? Measure the length of the thread, keeping it straight until the marked point. Simple. So to measure the length of a curved line, we are using a thread and a ruler to measure it. Simple. Right? Good. It's a simple question for us. While measuring the length of a knitting needle, the reading of the scale at one end is 3 centimeter and at the other end is 33 centimeter. What is the length of the needle? So a few options. Read the question properly and select the correct answer. 33, 3, 30 and none of the above. What do you think is the answer, everyone? I'll give you 30 seconds of time. Should be enough. 30 seconds. Right, so please solve it. At one end it is 3 centimeter, at the other end it is 33 centimeter. That itself is the hint. One end is 3 centimeter, other end is 33 centimeter. That itself is the hint. You have to measure the length of the needle. So what is that going to be? 5 seconds more. 3, 2, 1. The time is up. And the answer is option C, 30 centimeters. Or why option C? It's simple. What will you do to get the length? You subtract the readings. One reading is 3, the other is 33. So when you subtract them, it is 33 minus 3. 33 minus 3 is 30 centimeter. That itself is the length. That's it. You do nothing else. You subtract both the readings. Got it? It's like using a damaged ruler, a damaged scale. Right? Okay. Now there are some precautions that you have to take while measuring length always. Always note the reading by being directly above the reading, right? Directly above. Very important, or else you will get a wrong reading. There are chances that you will get a wrong reading. Keep the ruler, the scale, parallel to the length of the line you have to measure. Keep it parallel to the length of the line you have to measure. And if the 0 mark is missing or not clear, then what will you do? Place one end of the ruler at any other marking which is clear. You can say 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3, 4, 5. It's up to you. If 0 is not clear, do not use 0 mark. Okay, avoid it. Understood? And after that, you know what to do. Note the reading at the other end and subtract the readings to get the actual length, actual value. Simple? Okay. These are some precautions that you take while measuring length. Good? Okay. Now comes this, how do you measure the thickness of a coin? Any coin will be very thin, right? Very thin. So how can we measure the thickness of a coin? Is it possible using a ruler, a scale? It is possible, but you don't take one coin in that case, you take multiple coins. For example, you can take 10 coins. So place the coins one above the other, as you can see it here. So just name it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many coins did we take? We have placed 10 coins one above the other. We have taken 10 coins. And if you take 10 coins, it will be slightly thick. It will be this much, around this much. Thick enough. Thick enough, right? Now measure the thickness of all these coins taken together, all these coins taken together, right? Possible? So here at the bottom, obviously it is 0. At the top you can see it is between 2 and 3 and 8th reading is coinciding. 8th reading is coinciding, it becomes what? 2.8 centimeter. The total thickness is 2.8 centimeter, but I need thickness of one coin. What did we get? We got total thickness as how much? How much? 2.8 centimeter. What are the total number of coins? The number of coins are 10. So to get thickness of a single coin, what will you do? You divide the total thickness by the number of coins. That's it. Just use this formula. 10 coins are this much thickness. If I need thickness of one coin, what will you do? You divide by number of coins. The total thickness you got as 2.8 centimeter. You divide by 10. I told you when you divide by 10, what will happen? The decimal will shift towards left. But this decimal will shift towards left. So what will it become? It will become 0.28 centimeter. And in front of point you add 0. That's it. It's a convention. 0.28 centimeter. That's it. Got it? Simple. So everything is given here. All that we have discussed. You can go through them. Right? So there is one simple question. What is the thickness of a single coin in the given case? Do it, everyone. I'll again give you 30 seconds of time. 30 seconds, sir. 30 seconds. Enough. 30 seconds is more than enough. Because everything is clearly given to you. So, please solve it. What is the thickness of a single coin in the given case? Count the number of coins carefully. Count the number of coins. So 3, 2, 1, and the time is up. Sir, how many coins are there? Let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 coins in this case, not 10. How many coins? 12 coins. Now what is the total thickness? See, from here to here, the total thickness is given 2.4 centimeter. That means thickness of single coin. What was the formula? Total thickness. Total thickness upon what? Upon total number of coins. So what is the total thickness here? 2.40 centimeter. What are the total number of coins? 12. So 2.4 centimeter upon 12. That's it. If you calculate it, you'll get the answer. Right? And if you do the calculation, you'll get the answer as 0.2 centimeter. It will get it as how much? 0.2 centimeter. That's it. Yes? Over. Sir, how do we do the calculation? That also I'll show it to you. 2.4 by 12. Can I write this as 2.4 by 12 into 10 by 10? What is 10 by 10? 1. You can multiply anything with 1. Nothing happens. It will be the same. 2.4 by 12 into 1 is 2.4 by 12. So I'm just multiplying with what? 10 by 10. Now see the miracle. It's not miracle, it's max, by the way. So when you multiply 2.4 into 10, how much will you get? When you multiply, the decimal moves to the right side. So 2.4, point moves to the other side. So what will remain? 24. 24 by 12 into 1 by 10. 10 is there in the denominator. Don't forget this 10. It is there. Now see. What is 24 divided by 12? 2. 12 into 2. How much? 24. So what is remaining? 2 and 10. So 2, or else I'll say it is 2 into 1 by 10. How do you write it? 2 by 10. So if you divide by 2, if you divide by 10, what will you do? You shift the decimal towards left, right? So it becomes what? 0.2 centimeter. Okay, the value will be 0.2. So 2.4 by 12 is 0.2. That is the reason why the thickness is 0.2 centimeter. Understood? Okay. So that's it, everyone. We learned about how to measure length of different cases, right? So do practice. Okay. Chalo. Thank you. Thanks a lot.